Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk about this book, Skin in the Game. I'm not sure if you can see it well. Skin in the Game by Nassim Nicholas Taleb. So I'm going to show a few steps in terms of how I approach the book, and I want to start with the basics because sometimes some books are very highly scientific, and they need a lot. They use a lot of terminologies, and it might not be easy for regular folks. So in terms of reading, I just want to start with the basics. So basic understanding of how you read the book and what kind of books are you supposed to read. So this month I just purchased this book, so I would like to read it and to see if I can learn something from it. And so let's start with the basics. So on the title we have, I'm not sure if you can see it well for some reason. On the title we have Skin in the Game. I'm sorry. So the author Black Swan. So let's define these terminologies. Okay. So a black swan. What is a black swan? Black swan. I'm sorry, black swan, not a black swan. Okay. And what is the expression "skin in the game"? What does it mean, skin in the game? And the other very important is hidden asymmetries in daily life. So what is asymmetry? So bear with me. These are very. This book is for very advanced readers, not for everyone. So just want to start with the basics. If you're planning to buy it, it's very important that we start with the basic. Then, as we learn more, we want to go and maybe buy advanced books. So, Black Swan is a term that means unexpected event. Unexpected event or phenomenon. Okay, so that's a black swan. So you have to use it in you cannot use just it is basically an expression. It is an expression. So you have to use it as an expression. So, and the example that I can give is COVID-19 is a black swan. But it depends on who's saying, because for us, for regular folks, it's a black swan, all right? Meaning unexpected event. And let's move to the next one, skin in the game. So skin in the game is also an expression which was popularized by the famous Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, who is a famous investor. He's very well known, especially in the United States. So skin in the game means, in their context, so when the investors put their own money buying into the company. So in this term, meaning personal commitment, right? Personal commitment. Or basically you're putting your money and your resources, your resources on the line. The other expression which is similar to this is put the money where your mouth is. So it means the same thing. So suppose you want to invest in a business. Somebody comes up with a business and they tell you, you have to pay 100%, and I'm going to run the business, and let's see how it goes. So in this case, the person doesn't have skin in the game. All right. So it's very important when you're dealing with people. You got to make sure that the person has skin in the game. If the person doesn't have skin in the game, that means you are the one who is going to be losing, and because at the end of the day, the person will not have the same repercussion that as you have. So you have to make sure the person, instead of you putting 100%, he has to put at least something to show that he's committed. So skin in the game is really important, all right, in anything. If there's no commitment, people are not committed to it, they tend to not really, to finish the job or to really reach the goal. So keep in mind, personal commitment, putting your resources online, okay? Putting one's resources online. Resources on the line, I guess. Okay. And the last one is asymmetry. So I think it's very easy. It's the opposite of symmetry. So it's easy sometimes to just learn the meaning of the opposite. Then we'll be able to understand this word. So it means symmetry. So symmetry means basically equal proportions. So if you take this book, the book is it has a symmetry. It is equally, the proportions are equally spread. And the example that I can relate to is the thing that really bothered me when it comes to the surgery for, especially some female, the surgery they do on their behind, and it bothers me because it is not symmetric. Okay, it's not symmetric because it is completely disproportional to the rest of the body. That's what it makes really, for me personally, not appealing because it's not symmetric. Okay, if you take the example of so basically it's asymmetric. It's not proportional to the rest of the body. So if you take the two hands and you have one hand is a little bit bigger than the other, that means those hands are asymmetric. They are not equally, the same. So it's important to understand that. So these terminologies are important because it will help us understand the book. Okay? So before even we read the book, we want to make sure we understand the titles and the subtitles to have a sense of when we get into it. And I think a lot of books, a lot of people, we tend to read books in a very, how can I say? So we jump from one book to the other. I think it's very important that we take one book and we really get into deep and try understanding it. If you can read this book for 100 times, it's much better than just reading 10 books every month. So let's really focus on one and understand all the details and all the concepts so that we have some foundational knowledge about the book. Okay, instead of just buying the one book. So I used to do the same, but right now I'm changing the way I do it. So I'm going to start reading this and reading it a lot to the point where I understand all the content, to learn something from it. So these are a few points that I want to talk about this book. So if you want to add something, you can comment. Make sure you like the video, you subscribe it. Okay, and see you in the next video.